Hey guys, it's BJ, and welcome to the 4th episode of BJ Time. I know it's been a fair while since I made my last episode, but lately I've been busy studying and working hard on all my schoolwork to make sure that I can get the best results possible in order to get the best possible OP, in order to make sure that I get into my preferred uni course. On my last episode, I looked at the topic of high school life and all the amazing aspects that come with belonging to a community and to college. It's been a long 12 years, and to be completely honest, I can't wait to get out of school. I can't wait to see what the future holds. I can't wait to get into the world of university, adulthood, and hard work. We all know that it's my dream to one day get into the industry of television and entertainment. Next year I'm hoping to study both journalism and psychology. Journalism will give me the qualifications that I need to both interview, write, report and present for television. And psychology will give me the qualifications that I need to professionally counsel and help people with their problems. It will also teach me a greater understanding of human behavioural patterns, and also it will teach me better how to read people and understand them and comfort them with their problems. We live in a world where there is constant negativity portrayed by the media. If a story is going to be headline worthy, it is usually negative. For example, natural disasters, war on terror, and cancer and other sickness. But to be completely honest, I believe that suffering has a reason, pain has a reason, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. And as a future journalist, I believe that it is my mission to portray factual information but present it in a manner that will make my audience feel comfortable and positive. I want to take a good hard look at all these so-called negative stories, and I want to switch them around and turn them into a positive. For example, whenever a natural disaster happens, look at all the positive stories that come out of it. Look at the way a community comes together to support each other. Look at all the survival and miracle stories that come out of a natural disaster. For example, also with cancer, look at the way a patient shows that determination, the fight to survive, to overcome their illness, to keep alive. Things like this go unnoticed by the media. We always often reflect the negativity, the death toll, the tragedy, the loss, the sense of hopelessness. Suffering can be used as a motivation to keep improving, because if we didn't know suffering, then we wouldn't know true joy. Suffering, it teaches us a great valuable lesson. It teaches us to have empathy. It gives us experience. Personally, I believe that each and every individual on this planet is born the same. We all have strengths and weaknesses, gifts and talents. But the thing that separates us from being successful and from failing is the way that we go about and the attitude that we possess towards our gifts and talents. Because so many times I've noticed unique individuals and I've said to them, hey, you're talented, you've got a gift in this area, and you need to make the most of that talent and you need to use it to make the biggest difference that you most possibly can to the world. And so many people have said to me, oh, I'm so embarrassed of failing, I fear I'll fail. And I say to them, if you choose to hide your talent, you are only making a fool of yourself. But why would you want to hide your talent? And most importantly, why would you ever consider giving up? I'm the kind of person who has a dream, and my plan is to turn that dream into a reality by pursuing until I reach my destiny, until I achieve my goals. If you have a dream, I believe that it's best to take things slow. Go one step at a time. You can't just rush into things. Lately, I've had so many people come to me complaining about their current life situation. And I say to them, don't feel so bad because you've got so much to smile about. You may be hurting now, but the truth is you're not always going to be hurting. Things will change, people will change, and situations will change. If you're currently a high school student, just think about it. You've only got a few more months or a few more years until you're leaving school. And when you leave school, you can start a fresh new life with a fresh new start with completely different people. The other day was Suicide Awareness Day. And recently I've heard of so many stories of people who have taken their lives or even thought about taking their own lives. And I don't get it. Is there a point in committing suicide? No, there's not. Think about it. Things might be bad at the present situation, but in the future you'll look back and you'll say, I'm so glad I'm over this, and things are so much better now. Even though when you're alive, some people might not like you, and they might be rude to you, but as soon as you leave this earth, that is when the reality hits in, and all those people who are rude to you wake up and realize, oh, I shouldn't have treated that person that way. Just look at how hurt they were to take their own lives. And look at all the people around them, their friends, their family, who are suffering because of their death. Some people say that suicide is a very selfish thing to do, to commit. But it can all be avoided if people start maturing, growing up, and thinking before they act, and thinking of the consequences that come with their words and the way that they treat others. So next time you think of something suicidal, just pause for a minute and think to yourself, why am I doing this? Is there any point? No, there's not. And just stop, become calm, and think to yourself, in the future, things will get better. If you're someone who's currently feeling down, I want you to think to yourself, I want you to take a good hard look at yourself. Think about who you are and what you have. Think about your gifts and talents, strengths and weaknesses. And think about, what am I capable of achieving with these talents that I've been given? What can I do to make a difference? Don't you dare ever try to be someone you're not in order to impress the people around you. Because at the end of the day, your real friends are the ones who know you, who you can tell anything to, who you can reveal your true identity to. Those are the people who really love you. Don't just change yourself and pretend to be someone you're not in order to gain popularity. Because when you get into the adult world, the real popular people are the people who follow their dreams, who stand up for what they believe in, who stand up for their friends, who stand up for society, who what you see with them is what you get. They don't ever pretend to be fake. They don't ever pretend to be someone they're not. Most importantly, they don't care what other people think of them. If someone has a problem with them or judges them, they just keep on pursuing. They don't let the judgment and negativity get them down. Because at the end of the day, there are so many people in this world. Some people you'll instantly get along with, some you won't, and some you'll sort of go okay with. But does it really matter? It doesn't matter what anyone thinks of you. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is what you truly, truly deep down inside think about yourself and how you feel about yourself. Do you love yourself? Are you proud of what you have and what you're capable of achieving? You should be. Follow your dreams and don't let the negativity get to you. You have to have a good idea of what you want to do, what you want to achieve, and how you're going to go about achieving it. Because no one's perfect. And if the world was perfect, the world would probably be a lot worse off than it is right now. Because bad things happen to good people for a reason. They happen to make us a better person. We wouldn't understand the idea of perfection and happiness if there was no such thing as tragedy. I believe that society really needs a good shake-up and needs to change. Technology is becoming more and more important in everyday life. And I believe that that's a good thing. However, at the same time, it is making people more antisocial. We're spending more time indoors. I don't understand. You need to get out, everyone needs to get out of the house, walk around to get to meet people. We're becoming antisocial. Decades ago, everyone knew the people in their area. They knew their neighbours. Most people in today's society don't even know the people down the road and might know a few neighbours. And that's a shame. We're switching off and we're becoming more self-obsessed and focused on ourselves. And we complain and complain and complain. But at the end of the day, if we made the effort to get to know people, things would be a lot better. So many people have problems. Everyone has problems. It's just some people are better at hiding them than others. But why would you want to sit there and suffer when you've got a whole society of support who can help you and get you through those tough times? Everyone has a problem and people need to be more open about their feelings. You can't just shut yourself off from the world. You can't isolate yourself. It's not going to get you anywhere. Every day, I have heaps and heaps of teenagers coming to me asking for advice. whether it's in the schoolyard, sometime after school, or sometime over Facebook. And I'm always happy to help anyone. And pretty much everyone has realized that I'm pretty much capable of solving almost every problem because I can see a positive side in everything. The positive effect might not occur instantly, but I know how to make people more calm, more aware. People are the same wherever you go. There is good and bad in everyone. People just need to wake up and focus more on the good, but also focus on the negative, but try their hardest to turn that negative into a positive. Because often when a bad event happens, you look back on it in the future and say, why did I get so upset about this in the first place? It doesn't matter anymore. So from now on, if something bad is happening to you, just think about how great things are going to be in the future. I hope you have enjoyed this week's episode of BJ Time. And I hope that you are now going to get out there and make the effort to be more positive, to be more social, to encourage people more, to stop discouraging those around you, especially yourself. So if you have any problems or questions, or you feel like someone to talk to, someone you need to bear your emotions to, feel free to message me on Facebook anytime you want, because I'm always there. I'm always willing to take the time out to help people, because I know so many people who get this sense of happiness when they're rude to people. I actually get a massive sense of happiness when I actually make the effort to help people, because I know that by doing something positive for someone around me, that is making both that person feel like a better person, but at the same time it's also making me feel like a better person. And if you have any questions to ask me, feel free to message me, because I'm keen to answer your questions. Until next episode, goodbye!